approaching the question of decarbonization? Without being too broad, let's bring it down and looking at your organization in particular and how you're thinking about the challenges which are inherent to this industry more broadly speaking, and to anybody who's looking at sort of dealing with supply chain, but also truncating the processing process.
Okay, thank you very much. First of all, it's very glad to be here. Saudi Arabia is almost my home now because it's my 5th time already here in less than 2 years. So I think, first of all, we see decarbonization as the core of our business. We see actually as an opportunity, not a threat. Because I was talking to somebody, and I think you mentioned in your initial remarks, exactly our reputation is not the best one. And I think we have a unique opportunity to change that, because as like the pharmaceutical industry did in COVID, mining has to be perceived as the solution for the climate change, and will be, unless we don't do the right thing. And I think both, all of the previous speakers talked about that. The ESG standards are really relevant and critical in that sense. But if you switch, you asked me to be specific. If you look at my own scope 1 and 2, I'm talking about 14 million tons of CO2. If you look at only shipping that Vale demands on its business, it's 14 million tons. It's almost the same. When you look at the steel industry that we supply to, it's 600 million tons. So if we were to decarbonize the world, we have to do what is going on the super region. The future of steel is here. What is being done for decades is where the world will head on. And that's why Vale brought the mega hub concept. There has to do a lot of collaboration that was mentioned before. We are bringing the upstream closer to the downstream, and then you have to partner. It's a partnership idea. I'm not going to do steel. I'm not a steel producer. But I can partner with Baowu and Aramco, as we are doing here in Saudi Arabia. We can partner with the Japanese, as we're doing in Oman. By the way, we have a very good experience in the super region. We are here for more than 15 years. We operate in Oman extremely successfully. So decarbonization for us, it's an opportunity, and it's our business. We don't exist if this is not a reality. And then, what I think we should, and I was talking to the ambassador, is it priced correctly? All the externalities are priced correctly? Because in my books, I have a net present value of $4 billion to decarbonize Vale. At the same time, I have a $17 billion prize on the decarbonization. One is for sure, I'm going to spend. Is this a reality or not? So that's more or less where our minds are when we talk about decarbonization, but we truly think it has to happen, one way or another. I think prioritization, we need to be prioritized. There's a lot of talk, less walk. Permitting is like a nightmare everywhere. So if we want to really face the challenge that is in front of us, we need to be much more quicker, much more faster, much more focused, and much more collaborative between nations and between governments and private sector.